And it looks like, you know, we do have the war truck having been repaired. The Slugger Boys just kind of staying at home right now. Stick bombers and shooters going left. We get the war boss going right. And see how this next fight goes, because this could definitely be a big deciding factor. And if the Orc player is going to be able to come back from this game, he's got his big stomp, which is, and unfortunately he just misses that one. A lot of that has to do with just loading those attack marines into the Razorback. I think at this point it's, you know, pretty much time to call it, I think. I know the Orc player has been able to save up a lot of requisition resources and is getting out that battle wagon, but with only 130 points left, I think it's going to be too little, just a little too late. He is being smart enough to at least try to decap, because I mean, if he hadn't been decapping, he would be losing points even quicker. And I think his only chance is to keep doing what he's doing, just keep trying to and unfortunately I think that's, you know, really gonna lower any chance that this war boss may have had of pulling it back. He is starting to hit the Razorback, but unfortunately the weapon he chose is not a power weapon, so you see that the damage is still just very, very low compared to what he could be doing. The one glimmer of hope going on right now is the fact that with this other split squad, he is being able to push back any of the forces that the Space Marine player has been using. And we see the Orc Battle Wagon is out. And it is a very powerful unit. That big spinner device on the front can be activated, which will allow him to run over troops, deal an incredible amount of damage. We see the battle wagon is just rolling along. He's going to be just looking for some units to fight with and hopefully be able to deal extreme amount of damage with both its weapons and its activated ability. But how well the Space Marines are playing with that Psychic Hood, ooh, changing now to a Psychic Hood. He had that tome, and that tome was just allowing him to move his troops so quickly. See the Orc Battle Wagon is moving in. No concerns about fighting any of these units. The one, ooh, and you see he's now activated that ability. It also increases his speed, so he is wisely using it to get away from some of the different actual setup squads. But you see the Librarian was wise enough to teleport the Devastator Marines to him to allow him to use that. Although I'm definitely getting a little worried that this Orc Battle Wagon get a little overexposed. And if it isn't able to get out soon, I think unfortunately, you know, this may be game. And unfortunately the pathing just making it impossible to get that huge battle wagon out of that area. And it does look, yep, last shot just does take it down. And now, you know, once those Terminator assault squads are out, there's nothing that the Orc player has to deal with them. They're definitely a cool looking squad though. They get those, where'd they go? Those really nice looking power weapons that shield and hammer, and they can be upgraded with the dual claws, which make them even more deadly in melee. And unless there's some kind of miracle, it does look like the Space Marine player has locked this one down, having taken out that battle wagon. A Nob squad is finally coming out for the Orc player, but I unfortunately think it's going to be too little too late.
commander has reached level 5.
As you see, another squad wiped. If nothing else, you gotta give the Orc some credit for tenacity. He's staying in it, continuing to try to fight, battle, do as best he can. But I think, unfortunately, just comparing those knobs to the Terminators, I don't see how those knobs are going to be able to really fight off those Terminators. You have a significant amount more life than them. Well, so far, some effective use of those knobs. You get a few model kills as the enemy had to retreat away.
Space Marines on the field.
See, he's sending his other 2 squads. Gonna head left. I don't know if that's actually just Tex trying to claim that he was doing something a little goofy, so if he does lose this, he can blame it on that. But he definitely was playing a little bit non-standard, you know, rushing right to that battle wagon. And unfortunately, the problem with that kind of strat can be exactly what you just saw, which is, you know, the battle wagon does get out, but it's unsupported by the time it gets out, so there's just nothing left to help it fight the enemy troops. And like I said, those knobs are just taking so much damage from the power weapons of both the Force Commander, the Librarian, the Terminators, and I think they're about to get themselves wiped. I don't... Yeah, I don't think it's gonna have been worth it. I mean, it does take down the Force Commander, but at this point of the game, he can really just use those Terminators in the same way he was using the Force Commander. See, there's some decapping going on to the left, though. Right side, the same thing's happening. But the Space Marine continues to win these battles in the middle of the map. It's going to be interesting to see what the Orc player can do. Or I think he did just GG out. Well, no GG. But another interesting battle, and thanks for watching.